Well, welcome back to the podcast. This is Side Squad Podcast.
Hello.
Talking about the Hall of Fame because there is no baseball Hall of Fame this year.
It's just so stupid.
Baseball is going to get canceled because it should be.
There will be a lot of 55-plus people angry at you for saying that, Brendan.
See, but when it happens, they're going to have a heart attack and just things will sort themselves out.
Damn. That is wild.
That is tough.
Hey, I'll tell you that my grandpa watches almost every single Twins game every single season.
So does my grandpa.
I feel like that's a grandpa thing to do.
It's
Mine does too.
That's what a grandpa thing to do. That's what we got.
I don't have anything against the grandpas. It's just the MLB has really pissed me off.
If I ever get to the point where I'm watching every single Twins game, just, unplug it.
Pull the plug.
My life is not that fulfilled anymore.
Especially the Twins.
Ouch.
What do you mean? The Twins are like my second or third favorite baseball team. Behind the Padres and
Padres
whoever I like that week.
Padres are going to be fun.
Tebow and now
No, I don't like the Mets. I don't like the Mets anymore. They lost me.
Because they hired
because of the scandal. No, they did the right thing, though. They did the right thing, though.
Yeah,
but
Stephen Cohen is not a great person.
Yeah, that's true.
So, why don't we just cancel baseball?
Yeah, another thing we could cancel?
WWE.
No, hockey.
Who watches? I don't know anyone who watches hockey.
There's no problem.
No, do you watch hockey?
There is no scandal.
How often?
Like, whenever there's a game on? It's okay. YouTube TV can suck my schlong because they took off Fox Sports North, so I can't watch the Wild when we're actually doing good, and I cannot watch Kaprizov, who's amazing. And it makes me sad. I want to sue YouTube TV. Because I cannot watch Kerry Kaprizov, who's going to be Rookie of the Year. He's incredible. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be a Kraken fan next year anyway. So it's very true, very true.
You won't get any Krakens games either, besides the national games, because you live in
which
actually
there actually is a good chance they'll probably get a lot of national TV time just because they're a new team in Seattle. But maybe by that point, if I make a little more money, I'll just get NHL like Face Off or whatever, or like where you can watch all the games and stuff. Or just get a VPN, yeah.
It would make sense. What's going on in hockey right now? Nothing.
They'd be skating around, hitting pucks.
They do be skating.
Tripping when they go off the ice.
They do be tripping.
They tripping.
I feel like that was a personal attack against me.
No, I just think if you put a bunch of hockey players not on ice and told them to play hockey, they would fall on their asses.
Yes, they would.
Fair
am I
enough.
wrong?
Yes, you are wrong.
So if an NHL team went out into the parking lot of their practice in skates and skated on concrete,
you wouldn't skate. You would wear skate guards.
Okay,
but it's the same practice, but just with the ability to have your blades not die.
So rollerblading?
No.
Well, the best team's the Golden Knights right now.
Golden Knights are the best team. That's why they're my favorite team.
The Devils are 3-1.
It doesn't make sense how.
Subban.
It doesn't make sense how.
Yeah,
they're starting goaltender.
Who's the worst team? The Red Wings aren't the worst team.
It's probably still the Blackhawks.
It's the Senators.
Oh, good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the Rangers.
Really? Where's the Blackhawks?
Well, we can talk about Patrick. We can talk about Patrick Laine getting traded to Columbus. That was a blockbuster trade.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, because I can't remember his name, but for the Blue Jackets, it was funny. That was the guy they took ahead of Patrick Laine, who was for the Winnipeg Jets. He was the second overall pick, and the guy that Columbus traded with, he was the next pick. And they actually asked the GM about it, and he was like, well, we traded our third overall pick for the guy who was drafted ahead of him, so I think we won the trade. So I'm like, hey, fair enough.
Fair. That is a fair point.
Like, that's a valid argument.
Baseball? No.
Not yet, no. MLS has an official start date.
Yeah, I got the notification on my phone.
Yeah, like first weekend of April, I think, is what it was.
Yeah.
I don't have much of analysis for you at the moment. We're still in the signing window of teams getting new players and stuff. So
I wouldn't expect you to yet.
So don't worry, I'll break down the players and stuff. All I know is Minnesota's not doing enough, and it makes me sad in the pants.
Soccer's the only sport I know my favorite team.
Let's see.
I like Seattle, but I like Minnesota. So one of those teams Noah does not like at all.
Well, they were the team that beat us in the Western Conference Finals.
That's why I like them, Noah, because they're good.
Who did Seattle beat in the previous round of the finals?
They beat Dallas.
You can't be a Dallas fan. Nobody can be a Dallas fan for anything.
You could be a. I don't know what. I don't know what city always. Toronto as a team.
Yes.
I always pick either.
Yeah, you have Toronto FC or CF Montreal or Vancouver Whitecaps.
Right. My favorite other team is the Blue Jays and the Raptors.
Do you want to see which?
Alright.
So I mean, hey, might as well be a Toronto FC fan. They're good.
Yeah,
I bet
they won like
They have-
2 years ago.
they have the reigning MVP on their team. And why am I blanking on his name? Alejandro Pozuelo. He's good.
Suelo.
I didn't pick a Canadian team for hockey because that was too obvious. But I picked the Golden Knights when they entered the league. Brendan said they're going to be the worst team, so I picked them.
And they went to the Stanley Cup.
Something about teams you go to just winning.
That's why the Toronto Raptors are going to win.
They they got bounced in the first round last year, but it was like a big upset.
There you go, Toronto FC. They're going to win this
MLS Cup.
MLS Cup.
They did win an MLS Cup a couple of years ago, beating Seattle, actually. It's crazy. Toronto and Seattle has played in 3 of the last 5 MLS Cup finals.
Yo, we told you this?
What?
Paul Stastny got traded to the freaking Jets.
I didn't miss that. I just didn't know who it was, so I didn't post
I
it.
missed that. I missed that completely.
Yeah, Paul Stastny got traded from Golden Knights for Carl Dahlstrom and a 2022 conditional 4th round pick.
Huh.
They sold Stastny on the cheap. Thought Paul was worth more than that.
I guess not.
Actually, the Golden Knights, like, low-key are getting loaded up on picks for next year in the deep rounds. There's them getting a 5th.
Yeah, you give us some low picks, and then you trade them, you
Wait,
package them
wait.
up for a big pick.
Right.
That's a dumb idea. They traded their 4th round pick to the Red Wings for their 5th round pick.
Wait, what's the trade?
The Knights traded their 4th round pick to the Red Wings for the Red Wings' 5th round pick.
And something else?
Nope.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Dude, hockey's black.
No, there's a car in your forest, I think.
There's an actual car in the wilderness. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's the Stephen King car.
Uh-oh. Lock the door.
Anyway,
Yeah, so that's hockey
those
talk.
are kind of sports.
Yeah, a real sport. Basketball's full swing.
Yeah.
Going good. It's interesting.
Yeah. LeBron had a casual 46 against Cleveland yesterday.
Just nothing,
Just casual, like just another day in the office.
So I get a lot of NBA on my Twitter, but I
Uh-huh.
always get who everybody thinks is going to be the MVP.
Yeah,
And it's different every single day I log on Twitter.
basically.
Nikola Jokic is my vote.
I saw him yesterday. I saw Kevin Durant a couple days ago. I saw LeBron James.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Steph Curry's going to get a lot of MVP love if he keeps playing the way that he does.
He is playing hard.
He is.
I haven't watched ESPN since Saturday. Has frickin' KD and the Nets actually won with the new Nets yet?
Half the Nets didn't play yesterday or whatever.
So they had a likely chance to win.
That's what I was saying, I think. They did beat the Miami Heat, but they were without. Nope, Kyrie played.
Oh, they stop. And then people are worried about Rodgers.
They all
Good
played.
Lord.
Oh, so the big three beat them.
Yeah, basically.
The new big three.
Yeah, because James Harden had 20. Kyrie had 16. Nope, none of them did. Durant did have 13 rebounds, though. And 5 assists and 20 points, yeah.
I was like, they should at least get double digits.
It was good. It was good.
That's such low scoring for the big three. Maybe that's what they did. They tried to score less.
I don't know.
It worked.
I think that's what happens when you get 3 personalities there. You got to share the load a little bit.
Well, against Cleveland, they did 38, 37.
You just can't beat Colin Sexton. He's not really an MVP contender,
MVP.
but might as well throw him in there. He's going off.
Comeback player of the year.
Maybe most improved. You could say too. One thing that I found interesting is that the Sixers are still killing it.
Yeah, Sixers now are actually looking like a complete team. Ben Simmons is still struggling, but Joel Embiid's playing at an MVP level right now. They have shooters on that roster now, which is making a big difference for them because I think their offense is well designed. It's designed for shooters with Doc Rivers, and it's looking good. Like, it's looking solid. You know, Tyrese Maxey's looking like the steal of the draft at the moment.
My favorite team this year, though, not named the Warriors or I'm not a fan of the Suns anymore. My favorite team this year, the Jazz, are killing it. And my boy Donovan Mitchell.
But he has spider shoes, so
killing it.
He's not just jumping on bandwagon. He actually does like Jazz.
Noah, get these shit commercials off your TV.
Oh, the McDonald's commercials?
Yeah.
Here, I will work on it right now. All right, I fixed it.
Perfect.
Who worked at McDonald's? I don't like it.
Not anymore. So Jazz are losing to the Knicks right now, but it's okay.
Jazz are losing. The Knicks are actually somewhat decent.
Knicks are a good team.
They are a decent team.
And all my dad's brothers and all my mother's siblings also work in college.
That is awesome.
My mom and dad met at McDonald's.
That is awesome.
That's interesting.
That's actually how my old GM met their husband. Was working at McDonald's too. McDonald's must be a place of love.
No kidding. Clearly.
I'm loving my coworkers.
Maybe.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
Something that surprised me is how much the Raptors are struggling though.
Pascal Siakam is really taking a step down.
The best team in the league.
I thought they'd be better.
They're the coolest animal mascot.
That's fair.
This is a fair statement. They have a.
The biggest thing that's puzzling me is how much the Heat are struggling now.
That doesn't necessarily surprise me all that much, especially when I knew the Heat caught lightning in a bottle last year. I wasn't really like a lot of people were expecting them to go kill it this year. I was not. So
I'm expecting them to at least be, a little bit better than subpar.
I think they'll pick it up eventually.
I don't think they'll have time this year. Respectfully.
How many games is an NBA season?
60, I think.
Well, normally there's 80-something, but this year there's 72, I thought.
They've only played 16 games.
Yeah. They are 13th, though, but they're like
6 and 10.
They're 2 games out of the top 6, so... Yeah. That kind of tells you.
Well, yeah, because they've played less than 20 games, so they're not even a third through their season. Like in the NFL, if a team was, 2 and 4 or something.
Yeah. That happens.
2 and 3.
One thing that came out today that was like, oh, that's interesting. The Warriors and the Pelicans are discussing a trade for Kelly Oubre Jr., and the Pelicans also said that they're open to trading Lonzo and JJ Redick.
I did see that. I feel like that's maybe just not coming together the way they would like, so it's just kind of like, ugh. It sucks. I think Lonzo can be a really good bench play. It just sucks because he was the second overall pick, and now we have to just talk about him just being, just a key bench guy. But I think Lonzo coming off the bench could be a really good defensive asset. I think he's a good passer. And JJ Redick, I think, has the better value because if you're a competing team and you need just another shooter, like if JJ Redick went to the Lakers or went to the Bucks or even the Nets even off the bench, oh my God, that'd be disgusting.
Yeah. It's also funny how Kelly Oubre didn't work out at all.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow.
Guys, it's been 1 year since Kobe
It
died.
does not feel like a year.
I don't know where that year went, but
it has been a wild year.
Oh, it's been.
It was so long and it's so fast.
Oh, no kidding. True. Yeah, it's been crazy seeing all the Kobe stuff today. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it stayed off of Twitter more than I normally do because of it. But hey, it's Kobe.
It's Kobe.
Kobe. Any other NBA news at the moment?
Nothing too crazy yet.
Derrick Rose is the Knicks want Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did not, and I want him to go to a winner.
Tom Thibodeau wants him.
Oh, okay, that'd be interesting.
That makes sense.
Thibodeau?
Basically, Tom Thibodeau.
So the guy that blew out Derrick Rose's knee wants him back.
Yeah, no shit.
Derrick, it's a trap. It's a flipping trap, my guy.
I feel like Derrick would fall for that trap, though.
Well, it doesn't really have a choice if he gets traded.
That's very true.
But he's in the NBA.
He cannot. Derrick Rose does not have that power anymore. Well, he definitely had it when he won an MVP. By the time, there's no reason to trade him. If he would have kept on the pace, then he'd be one of.
Tom Thibodeau would have blown out his knee.
Well, yeah, if he would have just took him out like a normal human being when you're up by 14 late in the game and not let him play, then you probably still have him, and then he maybe wins another MVP. So
maybe a
maybe who knows?
I don't know.
See, it's one of those.
Maybe the Bulls wouldn't be a bad franchise right now.
Maybe they wouldn't. But Zach LaVine's also a guy that is going to get a lot of trade love.
Yeah,
he is playing very good.
Laurie Martin is probably going to get traded.
Who is that?
I don't. That's a man.
Is that Wale?
It's Marshawn Lynch.
Not quite.
I think that's what it looks like. Wale.
Did you guys see Marshawn Lynch playing hockey?
I didn't watch SmackDown
Marshawn
on
Lynch
Friday.
Is not that good at
That's what this is.
That's Wale.
No.
Oh, it's definitely not. But why is he fighting Sasha Banks?
Great question.
Are they just doing intergender fighting now? Because I know like Randy Orton
Randy and Alexa are
Bliss.
doing that. I didn't know this was going on. There's Mella. Oh, that's Mella's bodyguard.
Oh.
Because Mella is now. Wrestling.
She's hot.
Happy birthday, Sasha Banks. That's what we're talking about.
She is also very attractive.
It's her birthday today. But let's move on to the reason we're all here. Tom Brady's going to win another Super Bowl this year. We know none of us wanted it to happen. But now it's going to happen, and I'm happy about it.
I kind of wanted it to happen. But
my hope for the Super Bowl is the day of Saturday before, both planes land in Tampa.
Okay.
They crash into each other and explode, and all the players die.
Joke's on you. Tampa doesn't need to take a plane.
Damn it!
Tampa doesn't have to take a plane because they have a
traffic bus crash.
Yeah, I would say they wouldn't even take a bus, but they probably would.
Florida just sinking into the ocean. Come on! Guys, I know you can't see it right now, but Ben is lighting a fire out of tires. That's a lot. Ben, where are you keeping all those tires?
Wait, get some aerosol, just fucking spray the ozone.
Really?
I guess if just the Chiefs plane crashes, I'm assuming they'll postpone the game or cancel the Super Bowl altogether.
No, they'll just give
No,
it to
no.
Brady.
What you
They're gonna
want?
give it to Brady.
They would give it to Brady.
They would cancel the whole
Brady
thing.
owns the NFL.
If
What do you mean?
the entire Kansas City Chiefs died on a plane crash, they would just cancel the Super Bowl. They would not.
They would
Or
probably-
invite the Bills.
Actually, I think that's what would happen. And then we get a Super Bowl that we also don't want, but then the Bills could win.
What 1 hour to watch?
That's true. I am not very convinced that I want to watch the
I
Super Bowl.
don't
Well,
think
you guys are going to a Super Bowl party to watch it, regardless.
That's not set in stone yet.
Yes, I'm going to pregame.
Hey, when I'm with certain people, that's all I do.
Haley's running it, so
Oh, shit.
Well, needless to say, I'm excited for this year's Super Bowl.
Why are you excited for this year's Super Bowl?
Because it's such an interesting storyline. It's
It
Tom
is.
Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. It is a changing of the guard sort of situation. And
I want Brady
Tampa,
to win.
and I think it's just great. Brady goes to another team, goes to another conference. It's I view it like LeBron. Everyone said, oh,
on Twitter too.
I am, yes.
Makes a
Brady
team.
jump from one bad team to a good team.
Oh, yeah, he was bad this year.
He was, but and he was really good this year, and now he's
to a good team.
Yeah.
They just had Jameis Winston, but still made it back to the Super Bowl as a 5 seed. And now leave it to Tom Brady. He has submitted his legacy as now he is the first quarterback to have a home Super Bowl.
To lose a whole Super Bowl.
And it,
Win a home Super Bowl.
and it either win or lose, but he is the first to host his own Super Bowl. I'm not excited for this.
Nobody's excited.
No, and he's probably going to win too.
Hoping that doesn't happen.
Right. Because it's like I say, I think it's all just a build up to do Goldberg versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But
Goldberg Edge announced he's entering the Rumble. That'd be fun. Watch Edge's neck be broken again by Goldberg. He is. But we might as well talk about how Tom Brady made it to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Rating of 70.
He threw 3 interceptions.
he had a very good first half, not a very good second half. But the fact of the matter is that the Packers weren't able to capitalize.
No, they should.
Which is, like, don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers wasn't terrible by any stretch of the word, but
interception.
Statistically, Aaron Rodgers was amazing.
well, right, statistically he was fine, but when you look at moments where the defense got him the ball 3 times and they couldn't capitalize on any of it, like, I mean, yeah, they had a little bit of a late surge of a comeback, but then when they needed it the most, he couldn't get it done. And whoever's fault that is, it's, I'm sure there's a blame of a lot of people, but you can't just take all the blame off of Aaron Rodgers because he could have been a lot better. He should have been a lot better as the MVP late in that game to try and, win the football
You know
game.
what? Just for this game, even though they can't do that, let's just have Aaron Rodgers not win the Bills game.
No, he deserves the MVP. Well, if anything, Aaron Rodgers, well, you
Actually, you're right. Derrick Henry.
well, no, but if anything, it's more justifiable to give it to Rodgers and Allen. He looked like the Josh Allen I remember against. We'll get to that in a second.
He kind of did.
I think what ended up being a crash and burn, I think Aaron Jones going out ended up playing the biggest significance that it did. If you look at those last 3, if you look at the last 3 possessions, it was 9 passes, not 3. We didn't run the ball once.
Right,
Last
but
3 possessions.
no, and I get that, but I just still feel like being the MVP of the league, being the quarterback, being the guy, you just have to, even if I'm not saying you have to score every single time, but it's just like the defense gave you 3 opportunities to go try and win that game, and you couldn't score on any of them. Now, I don't think that was the ultimate downfall. Like you said, Aaron Jones made them a little more one-dimensional, and Tampa's a very good defensive team. But I think also what shot him in the foot was coaching. I thought defensively, the Packers looked horrendous.
I hate
Mike Pettin,
Yeah, he's gotta go.
Mike
He's
Pettin.
the only coach from anything Mike McCarthy era.
He's got to go. I don't know why he didn't go last.
Yeah, no,
year.
Mike Pettin, that last play before the first half ended, where they just ran one
Cover
deep
one.
safety cover 1, that is a fireable offense.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That ended up losing you the football game. And not to mention that Kevin King as a player just got clapped. He was so unbelievably terrible.
I actually saw that Kevin King and Jim Sullivan on the corner posted 2 of the 3 lowest grades of any defensive player on the Packers all season.
Yep, and I don't doubt it. Kevin King was getting cooked. He made stupid decisions. He committed the penalty that ended up losing them the football, or at least ending the game.
Yeah.
And it was a terrible performance. I thought it was a terrible performance by Mike Pettine is his name.
Yeah.
Terrible performance by him. I don't think Matt LaFleur was that outstanding as a coach as well, and I think he made some poor decisions late in games, and we all know what decision we're all talking about.
I think some of that comes out of just being not putting Jordan.
And no, and that's just a young coach or whatever. But but do we give him that pass because
No,
he went to the NFC Championship last year?
And here's the thing: you got the MVP.
Right.
Why wouldn't you give him the ball? I get
Right.
analytics.
I just wanted to go for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to go for it.
think
I was waiting for him to go for it.
I think even the Buccaneers wanted them to go for it.
Right. Because
But-
here's the fact of the matter: worst case scenario, they don't get it. They still have 3 timeouts, and it's Tampa's inside their own 10-yard line.
Position.
Right.
Yeah.
But better field position in terms of whatever, and they still have all 3 timeouts. Best case scenario,
They tied the game.
you tie the game. But then again, we can also look at that drop 2-point conversion. I mean, either way, they still should have went for it on that 4th down. But then it's like, oh well, now we just need a touchdown. Like that's all we need. It's just a lot of things that just didn't go well for Green Bay. I just think I think it's not one collective person who should be blamed. I think it's just a mix of everything. Bad coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers didn't play great late in the most important moments. Defense was horrible. Aaron Jones getting hurt.
There was one bright spot. Jareed Alexander was phenomenal this postseason.
He was.
Got a zero pass ratings this season.
2 interceptions against Brady in the first in that game.
He had 10 targets, 6 pass breakups, 2 picks, and had 2 catches for 7 yards, but one of them was that negative 3-yard catch by Robert Woods.
Yeah,
where he just tackled him.
I think he's got to be Defensive Player of the Year, right?
I think it's probably T.J. Watt.
You got to give that to T.J. Watt, but
I think Jareed Alexander is the best, or if not, is the best corner in the NFL.
one
I think
it's him or
They
Ramsey.
need to trade away Devontae Adams, so you can see fire on Devontae. Trade Devontae to.
Dude, just watch some
Maybe
Packers
Maybe that's
practice.
how Jareed is so good because he practices with Devontae Adams.
That's why
Very
I
true.
think he's very good.
Why do you want the Packers to burn so much? Why?
He's pent up with rage because his Patriots won't see his games.
And Brady's back at the Super Bowl.
Very happy about
Crazy.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
Bill's still going to prove that it wasn't just Tom Brady.
Oh, and I think if you actually think that Belichick's a bad coach, that Belichick
there's
needed
something
Brady,
wrong with
you're
you.
insane because
I think
that team was.
they need each other.
Yeah, I agree. I think they both
was
needed
good.
each other. It was an awesome 20 years. But you look at that roster that New England had, it was not a good roster. Like, you can't blame Bill Belichick for that.
Last year, well, even this last 2 years, it was nice.
Well, last year it was
No.
just explicitly worse because half the roster was opted out. Patriots had statistically the most opt-outs.
Right. So,
I keep saying it, but you guys don't give me credit for it.
oh, look, we can watch the NFC Championship on Fox at noon.
Oh, sweet, let's watch it.
Yeah, good game. Who do you think's going to win that game?
You know, I hope the Packers win.
I hope so too.
I got a bold prediction. I think Tampa wins. In fact, I think Tampa wins by the score of 31-26. That'll be my prediction.
That is a very, very great prediction there, Noah.
Thank you.
I hope that your prediction is correct.
I have a hunch.
You know, I have a straight feeling that Tampa's going to end up in the Super Bowl.
They
You're always wrong, though.
we'll get to
No.
the Super Bowl.
I'm half and half.
Oh, that's true. You'll be wrong this time. Well, do you think Brady will retire if he does win the Super Bowl?
No, God, no. I am just now. I will never. No, because
I saw
what's
the
going to happen
rumors
is he's
today.
going to win, and then he's going to be like, I want another one. Because that's what Brady does.
That's what I thought, too.
Brady's going to blow
Brady-
it. Brady's going to retire.
Yeah, that happens. He'll retire, but
Brady's gonna look at his hands and be like,
Manifest.
no, I don't want Brady to go out like that.
if Brady gets a 7th
Yeah.
ring, does he go for 10? Is that what you're saying, Brendan?
Yeah.
You think he has
Actually,
to?
the meme is that he's gonna get 11, so he has one for his dick because he fucked the NFL so hard.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That's all for that game.
Yeah, what do you do if you have 11 rings? Oh, I guess you just doubles there.
Toe rings, finger ring.
I don't think,
Put a ring on a chain, put it around your neck.
but you'd have to put all of them on it then.
Oh, Sami Zayn, he broke out of his handcuffs. I don't know what's going on in any of these storylines.
I vaguely know what's going on in this one.
I haven't watched WWE in a minute. I'll watch the Royal Rumble this Sunday because this is where I usually like tune
Right.
back in and get excited. But so you have to watch on Peacock now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right on the road to WrestleMania. Makes
Right on
no
the
sense.
road.
Why wouldn't you do it the week after WrestleMania? Or debut at WrestleMania? But
I
Right.
actually did not watch the other. Not all of it. I watched some. I did not watch the entirety of the game.
I didn't either, actually.
It was
You
like
know it.
14-9 at one point. I'm like, all right, Bills. Okay.
You watch all of the
14-9 's not bad.
Kansas City
Let's go.
game.
No, God, no.
Nobody watched it. Okay.
Fuck no, I didn't watch the whole thing.
At in the first quarter, I'm like, okay, 14-9 Bills. Let's go. All
Right? I saw that. I was like, okay.
No.
No,
It was just
I was even fine when it was 24-12. I'm like, damn, Bills kicked 4 field goals. Let's
Sean
go.
McDermott is a pussy.
yes, he is.
Why do you not go for it on 4th down? Why are you settling for field goals? You are such a pussy, especially when
Really close. Too.
yes, they were deep in Kansas City territory and they decided to go for field goals when they're statistically the team that goes for it the most and converts the most on 4th down. They are risk takers. Why, in that situation, do you not try and go for it when you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs? Field goals are not going to cut it against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care if you don't get it or not. Because at least it shows that you have it puts you in a better position if you get a touchdown, or even if you just get a first down. You keep the drive moving, keep the ball away from Patrick Mahomes, because your defense was not stopping them all games. What made you think that? Whoa, let's kick field goal, try to lure defense. No, your defense wasn't fucking stopping them all game. It was such a pussy coaching performance by Sean McDermott. It was a shit performance by Josh Allen, and it just solidifies that he looked like vintage Josh Allen, which is so disappointing because I want to believe in Josh Allen. I do. But after duds like that and seeing where the standard is, Josh Allen can't even touch Patrick Mahomes.
Sean McDermott's field goals was worse than that first field goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because at least with LaFleur, they still had 3 timeouts and had to stop him. And they would have stopped him had Kevin King not got a stupid-ass penalty
On the penalty, it was a penalty.
called super late.
I don't think it was pass interference. He should have been holding.
Well, I think they called the wrong thing. I think they meant to call defensive holding, but
Plus, I feel like he flopped
no.
it.
Well,
He grabbed him by the towel and he's like,
and I'm
it's
sure.
a penalty. It was a penalty. And I
Right,
I
right.
think he flopped a little bit.
I think that after it being so late is what made me not happy about it.
Yeah. No,
Well, and then it was super late. I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, you're right. That's a penalty, but throw that shit right away.
Plus, the entire game they weren't even
Right.
There's been times where I'm like, is that a penalty? That's not holding.
Why?
That's really under your shoulder.
Well, John Murphy Bunting's interception to end the first half, which gave Tampa another set, that was defensive holding,
Yeah,
and they didn't call it.
Oh, Lazard was being held all night.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why not call it and why make your game decided by it? The refs just needed to fuck somebody over, I think. They're like, well, I don't think we have enough heat this game. Let's get people against us here. But
Well, we know who's in the Super Bowl. You guys want to do predictions?
yeah, I got a
do
great
it.
prediction.
I'll go first.
right.
Kansas City's plane is going to skid off the end of the airport.
Yes.
It's going to go onto the interstate and
Yes.
crash into the Tampa Bay bus. And it's going to kill 95% of both teams.
Is AQ Shipley going to be okay?
Sure.
Yeah! That's all I care about.
As an offensive lineman for the
He,
Bucks,
he is a retired offensive lineman.
Oh.
He is Pat McAfee's buddy.
Oh, yeah. He'll be driving on the interstate when it happens. But he'll be fine.
He's forced to become a coach by Bruce Arians because of his career-ending nerve thing that happened earlier this season. But he's still gonna get a ring.
No, my score prediction is 4-2 is what I want to happen.
Okay.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City gets 2 sacks and Bucks get 1 sack.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the worst games of both Mahomes and Brady's career. It's a real defensive slugfest.
Wow.
15 sacks total among both teams.
Oh, that's
Brady gets hurt in the third quarter.
Okay.
Nice. Brady retires.
okay.
So what's your actual score prediction?
That's it, 4-2.
God damn it.
That happens. That happens.
All right. I think this is going to be a track meet. I think Kansas City's going to kill them.
Ooh.
I do. I think if Tampa Bay executes their game plan as best as they can against Kansas City and their offense moves the ball efficiently and as well as they can, Kansas City wins by 10 at the bare minimum. I just don't think there's anybody that can stop Kansas City when they're on the full frontal ready to play. And, and we kind of saw it. Patrick Mahomes going down against Cleveland was a big reason why that game was close. And all year we were talking kind of about Kansas City being in close games or whatever. And there was kind of that suggestion that I've heard that they're just kind of playing with their food. They're just playing down to their opponent.
Very right.
And I was very much – I actually didn't even really make that claim. I just heard people make that claim. One of my buddies made that claim, and he's 100% right. Because look at what he did against Buffalo, who we all consider to be one of the best chances to beat Kansas City. And they ran all over them. And I go back to last year's Super Bowl because you can say, well, Tampa's got a good defense. Yeah, San Francisco had arguably the best defense in the NFL last year, and they still won by 10. So for me, I don't really think there's anything Tampa can do because this Kansas City team is the best offense ever assembled in NFL history, and it's going to be like that for as long as Mahomes and Andy Reid are together. As long as that core is still together, we're really about to see what could be a legitimate new dynasty in the NFL. It's going to be way more exciting than the Patriots just because of their offensive firepower. But it's going to be like what we're seeing from Kansas City is NBA All-Star, NBA talent, like craziness of like dominance. Like we know how crazy like NBA so like we're seeing the Warriors of the NFL right now. There's Kansas City and everybody else, and I think that's what's ultimately going to happen. I think Kansas City wins 37-24. I just don't see this being a close game at all.
I think realistically too, there's no way. Tom Brady cannot play like he did against the Packers. Tom Brady can't get away with 3 interceptions against KC.
No. Oh, a meme's coming up, right? Oh, just kidding. Meme where he's like all sad with the girls around him or whatever.
Yeah.
We're watching Rick and Morty while we're recording this.
Because he
Yeah. But yeah. So it's and it doesn't really it doesn't even really matter what you do offensively. If you even give Kansas City 1 extra possession or you turn the ball over once, it's game over because no one can stop that offense. Oh, meme. Here it is. That was it.
Well, I guess if Tom Brady loses Super Bowl percentage goes down, so I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, and yeah, it's Kansas City's gonna blow them out.
All right, that's fine.
And then what do we have prediction? Oh, Brandon Saltz gives a score prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of went. I'm like, all right, Super Bowl MVP. Let's go.
Your prediction was really cute, but you forgot about the stats.
Yeah.
Okay, they all favor Kansas City, but it's okay.
Tom Brady is 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes.
In the postseason.
0.
In the postseason,
In the postseason.
he's 1-0 in the postseason. No, 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. When did he play him again in the playoffs?
So there was the AFC Championship game before
Okay.
the Rams.
Okay.
There was the one before that.
No, because that was Patrick Mahomes' MVP year. And then Tom Brady played Tennessee the next year.
And lost. Yeah.
And-
the one before.
No, Patrick
MVP.
because Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing.
Ew.
No, he wasn't. It was Alex Smith.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Tom Brady is undefeated.
Hopefully that's
That's also not true. He's 1-2 against Patrick Mahomes.
In the postseason.
He's 1-0 against the postseason.
He's undefeated in the postseason against Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I really don't
Undefeated in
care
the
about
postseason
regular
as an
season Tom
NFC.
Brady when it comes to anything. It's
What?
2 different people.
The playoff Tom Brady's not that great.
Playoff Tom Brady
Well,
is still pretty great.
okay. Well,
I don't know. I look at
wait, like
playoff
this
Brady.
this year playoff Tom Brady or playoff Tom Brady in general?
It's not what his personal skill set does. It's what he causes everybody around him to do.
LeBron is now the betting favorite to win MVP
All right, sick.
officially.
Too bad he's not, because it's going to be Nikola Jokic.
But what you're getting to?
38-29. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
All right. And now, my prediction was going to be the correct prediction.
Okay.
Prediction here. I got Tom Brady winning his 7th ring, hugging his child. Did you guys see that after the
Kissing him
game?
on the lips.
Kissing him on the maybe not during COVID era. It'll be. That's true. I think
Also,
Tom.
his child.
That's true. I think Tom gets the win, 36-32. And I think Tom Brady doesn't think he's going to retire, but I think Tom Brady retires. Thrown out there. Breeze is retiring. Rivers is retiring. You know what, Tom? Just retire and cause the Bucks to be in
Brady
flux
won't
too.
retire until after his Bucks contract, because Brady is going to get given the most prime chance to actually pass Drew Brees in passing yards, something nobody thought that Tom Brady could do, let alone passing touchdowns, which it looked like Drew Brees was going to end out on top of.
So here's a fun stat for you. Over the last 20 years, Tom Brady has the second highest EPA per game score, which is like expected points based off his individual performance. He actually also has, over the last 20 years, of everybody on the top 10 list, he has the highest defensive EPA per game. So it means his defense has scored, compared to the other 10 people on the list, his defense has was the best. I don't know.
Everybody plays better for Brady when it matters.
True.
Well,
man.
yeah, like his defense is considerably higher than anybody else on this list.
I wish the Packers would have done it so we wouldn't have had a Brady Super Bowl. But they didn't, and so now I'm full on the Brady train to win a Super Bowl.
If you go by EPA per game, Joe Flacco was ninth over the last 20 years.
Oh, good for Joe. I wish he would have brought that
10.
spirit over to Denver. But yeah, that's the Super Bowl. This 2 Sundays away, actually.
Next Sunday is a Pro Bowl
Celebration.
celebration.
On Disney XD.
Yeah, on what we were watching earlier.
I'm not watching it again.
No, I was not planning on it. I still don't know if they're actually playing Madden or what's going on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It'll be like certain players are going to play games and certain celebrities are going to play games.
Oh, so they're going to be like,
But then
think of
there's gonna
COVID
be-
where they have like these random ass Madden tournaments between
Yeah, but
people.
it's going to be all done over Skype.
Yeah,
Well,
Zoom.
Who's winning Super Bowl MVP?
My Super Bowl
Who's the
MVP
Ryan
Kansas City-
Suckup.
Who's the Kansas City
Ryan
punter?
Suckup.
is
Dustin Colquitt? Is he the punter for Kansas City?
Yeah.
Justin Colquitt.
mine
Super Bowl
is
MVP.
It'll probably end up being like the Honey Badgers. The Chiefs win, honestly.
Nah, it's gonna be Mahomes.
What if Honey Badger has like 2 or 3 picks and a pick six or something?
Unless, but if Mahomes has like four touchdowns and like
mine's
400 passing
Brady
yards,
or Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul,
Ryan Suckup.
Justin Colquitt.
Dustin Cole.
Ryan.
But in your situation, if the Kansas City Chiefs do win, I think it'll be Travis Kelce.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he's a baller game, I could see it.
I don't know. I don't know. If Patrick Mahomes just goes off, which I think he will, they'll just give it to the quarterback, which is a fair.
I will not be voting for that. I will vote if it comes down to it where it has to be a Chiefs player. I will be voting for Travis Kelce.
Justin Colquitt.
I don't like him because his brother was on the Broncos.
So, let's say Mahomes does win this Super Bowl.
Yeah?
I
He's
mean,
better than Rodgers.
No, he's not.
Super Bowls,
baby goat.
better time.
I mean, that's already kind of the conversation. It's the GOAT of the now versus the GOAT. Well, it's the GOAT that we've
The
known.
GOAT of yesterday
Versus
going against
the GOAT of
tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah, there we
And
go.
and honestly, like I'm okay with the discussion of like talking about because Patrick Mahomes had the capability to be the GOAT, or will he be the GOAT? I think he will be the GOAT when it's
I
all
think
said and
he
done.
will too. I'm just not excited to have to say.
Oh,
that.
I'm excited for it because I didn't get to watch all of Tom Brady's career. I can say I got to watch all of Patrick Mahomes' career.
Yeah,
That'll be great.
I sadly will have to say that too.
Oh, stop it!
It's like I finally know what it's like to be a Bills fan or a Jets
You know,
fan. Or
I
a
guess
Dolphins
I
fan.
guess I just appreciate greatness when I see it.
Basically,
I
Tom
appreciate
Brady
some
will be
greatness.
relevant come the end of Patrick Mahomes' contract. It's 9 years remaining contract. Tom Brady will
Well,
be
no, technically his 10 years hasn't even commenced yet.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
So he's still on his rookie contract as of right now.
so he's not even getting paid for this year.
I mean, Super Bowl bonuses still come and go, though.
How many Super Bowls do you think Mahomes can win in his career? 10.
He will go the next 10. If he wins, he goes. If he loses, it's spotty. He gets a couple more.
I think if he wins this year, he will eventually pass Brady. If he loses this year, I don't think he will.
I
If he
think
loses
he'll
this
win.
year,
Depends
he
on
doesn't
how
get
long
4.
Andy Reid plays.
That's a very good point as well.
Because, I mean,
I think-
Travis Kelce won't play 10 years. Andy Reid won't be a coach for 10 more years in the NFL.
Tyreek
Andy
Hill probably won't be
Reid
there in 10
has
years.
5 years left on his contract after this.
And I think if they win again, I mean, I think he'll see the 5. I think when it's all said and done, Mahomes will walk out with 5 Super Bowls, and he'll own damn near every record in the book.
I think he will own most of the records. I don't want him to pass Brady in rings, actually.
I don't really care if he does or not,
I
but
do. It's either Tom has the
I
ring.
hate them both, though. I hate them so much.
I do too. And here's the
why
thing,
do I
right?
hate Mahomes?
So
Just
this
'cause
is
he's
going to
good?
be like
I don't
the.
really hate Mahomes so much.
Why do
This
you
is
hate
the
him at all, though? I
NFL
hate
Jordan
the guy.
versus LeBron argument. Is really what it's going to come down to.
Oh, is that really going to be?
That's going to be the new Jordan LeBron argument.
Ooh.
As if we
In
had Jordan
10
Kobe,
years.
and LeBron on us, all playing in the same season.
That would
We
be
were 1 year away from it happening, too.
insane.
1 year.
But just like I went with LeBron, I'll go with Patrick Mahomes eventually. Because, the people I can watch play are better than the people I couldn't watch play.
Exactly. I trust my judgment more than some Joe Schmo 30-year-old.
Exactly.
So,
So, yeah. We got anything else this week?
gosh, I just bring on the Super Bowl.
We are on 49 minutes.
Jeez.
48 minutes, actually.
Shortest podcast in history.
Almost. We're getting pretty close for us.
When we first started, we were around 50 minutes.
I guess you're right. You're right.
We did have a 37-minute episode.
But wasn't that when nobody showed up?
Yeah, it was basically you and I.
What's the longest podcast we've ever done?
We've done
Right.
3 hours.
2.5.
Ooh.
Close to 3, like 2:49. Yeah, that was
Jeez.
way too long.
That was probably in the midst of the NFL season.
Yeah.
Million things going on.
Is Ethan going to make an appearance post Super Bowl?
Possibly.
Let's just go to his house one Monday or whatever. Just set up in his basement
Yeah,
and start recording.
Yeah,
Skip
don't
class
even
the
tell him.
next day.
Don't even tell him we're doing it. Just
Yeah.
microphone, boom. Ethan, join us.
There you go.
He's gonna come downstairs. What are you guys doing? Sit down, Ethan.
Sit down.
We were expecting.
We're all in a circle. We're just like, we've been expecting you. Please have a seat.
I guess
Yeah, that's it for this week.
wrap. All right.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm Duncan.
I am Noah.
I am done.
I am not a believer in Patrick Mahomes until I have to be.
Before we close out, let's give local Philadelphia fan John Todd. John Todd, who's winning the Super Bowl? No, this
Let's go
year.
Eagles! Fly, Eagles, fly.
By how much? That's right.
All right.
I said
All
at
right.
bare minimum, Kansas City wins by 10. God,
Wow. You're on the same wavelength.
what can I say? Me and John are just genius men with our football teams.
Yes.
We pick good teams to root for. Even though both,
That's a little bit of a stretch.
it's all right. Both their teams are probably going to be ass cheeks next year. So
What do you mean? You're an Eagles fan.
I am not an Eagles fan.
You are such an Eagles fan.
I am not. I just.
John, how does it feel living with a fake Eagles fan?
I'm not. I am not a fake Eagles fan.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
real
hey,
Eagles fan.
hey, y'all laugh now, but when Carson Wentz wins comeback player of the year, who's gonna be laughing? Not me.
Carson Wentz because he's going to be like on the Colts or something.
Yeah, joke's on you when it
Yeah,
happens.
sure. All right. See you.